Good afternoon. It is January the 9th, 2017. Time to wrap up our trading today and take a look at what we think might happen overnight. We have our disclaimer we have to go through. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike actual performance records, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Thank you, Mr. CFTC. Ours is live, real-time, before the fact. You live through them just like we do, so ours is a little bit different than other people's out there. We came in today, we'd hoped to sell 75s, had to lower that to 70s, 69 to 71s. Had to move it down. We thought we had pretty good support at 60 to 65. So we had buys at 65, 67, then at 60, 62. And the trading was pretty tough today. Retest failure, positive. These are 1 to 2 point trades. 2 if you traded it perfectly. 1 point if you traded either of these perfectly. There were 2 points right here. A mean green trade was just good for 1. 2 to 3, depending on where you got in. Actually 1 to 3, depending on where you got in on these trades. Nancy's tweezers, good for 3. So pretty choppy trading, not a lot going on, no news to drive today's trading. So basically 1 to 2 point trades multiple times today. We thought we would have a trading range, and that's the way it turned out to be. Taking a look at tomorrow, we have ourselves an inside day that usually gives us a trading range. I don't have a lot of news to run the markets tomorrow. NIFB Small Business Optimism Index 99.6 could come in higher. Jolts at 5.534. Don't think anybody will pay any attention to that. Wholesale trade at plus 9/10. So we're probably dealing with a pretty compressed range tomorrow too. Friday is earnings day. Friday is retail sales. So they're looking to Fed governors to kind of kick off and get the market going this week, something out of a Fed governor's mouth. Okay, the profile is starting to lean B because of this volume down here. So we'll put our first buy at 60 to 62. And our second one at 55, 57. On the sell side, 69 to 71. And 74, 76. Not much you can do about it when you don't have news or something to stir the markets up. And the problem we face now is that the whole world is long, and they're anticipating a Dow of over 20,000. And there's no interest much in the short side of the market other than what exchange members are able to generate, and that's not very much. They can do 4 to 5 points by themselves. They need outside help to do more than that. Looking at the 10-year note and the 30-year, tomorrow is an auction day. Lower high, lower low, this market could actually sell. During auctions, the direction of the market is usually higher, with buying on the 2 or 3 year, selling on the 10 or 5 year, and then buying on the 7 and 30 year. That's the normal pattern. We've got a P right now, so everything is set up for this market to trade higher, especially if we get a little help from the E-mini. They can't take them straight up though, because they have to move ratchet prices up and down to keep an active market going. A little bit of uncertainty trying to get their clients to buy. So we're right where we have been. 27 to 31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. On the buy side, 17 to 21 buy 1, and 9 to 13 buy 2. Not much in the way of news tomorrow to affect Treasuries. Probably more influenced by currencies than anything else. Very quiet day in the bond today. You're looking at 6 to 10 30 seconds when you traded it. And it took a long time for those trades to develop. P, volume's above time, so we can trade higher. 24.28, number 1, so 31 to 03, sell 1. And 7 to 11, sell 2. On the buy side, 12 to 16, number 1. So 5 to 9, buy 1. And then 29 to 01, buy 2. Sometimes on the 3-year, we do get selling. That happened in the fourth quarter of last year several times. Okay, gold had a strong day up. There's a couple of, inflation is starting to work its way back into the commentary, and worries and concerns. You know, what are we going to do if we get inflation? That's supportive for gold. Flight to quality and fear is also supportive for gold. So we have a higher low and a higher high. This market can trade higher off the F1. We do have a P, but volume is pretty low in the distribution. So we'll just say resistance is at 85. So we're selling 84s, 86s. 89, 91s. Best resistance is 1200. On the buy side, 78 to 80, buy 1. 74, 76, buy 2. Not a lot of news to generate trading volatility or to move the markets tomorrow. So, looking for a quiet day. Saw a headline where that mentally ill victim of the Facebook 4 hate crime, they've raised $140,000 for that young man, and it really it just shows you how much goodness we are surrounded by out there, even though we do see some pretty ugly things on a regular basis. But you know, I lived through the 60s and 70s, and assassinations were a regular occurrence back then. Got a lot of people getting shot these days. Riots were a regular occurrence. We get riots these days, but not on the scale that they were in the 60s. What has not happened is burning down the cities yet. That could happen. But it's all promulgated by the left. These people are taken advantage of. They're used and abused, and it's all done preaching hate. Divisiveness. Crude oil, lower high, yielded a lower low. The attractor's way down here at 48.50, and I don't think we can make it there, but certainly stops below 50 are doable. And really boils down to what's OPEC producing and who's following the production agreements, and not a lot of people are these days. New move out of the middle in K period. Even though the market was lower, we passed on our 1421 bar close. We took a look at 1424, didn't like it any. Bars closed, didn't like it any better than, so we passed the trade. And we still haven't gotten any left. Nobody's covered their shorts. So F2 screen says find a place to sell it. 52.25 is resistance. So 52, 52.25, sell 1. 52.50, 52.75, sell 2. I think we're headed lower. 51 1/4, 51.50 by 1, 50.75, 51 by 2. .52 is pretty aggressive, but it's where resistance is. You know, on the grand scale, tyranny or dictators or people that are fighting for their official lives, they start a war with their neighbors. That's a little bit hard to do in democracy. But what they do in democracies and republics is they start a war amongst their citizens, where they get riots going and everything, and it deflects attention from their failed programs. You see all the activity in the streets and the fires and the rest of it. You know, talk about poor schools, lack of jobs, corruption at the local level, which is what the politicians don't want you to talk about. The means are the same. Get into office, divide and conquer. So it's just, how do you scale it up? Do you scale it up for the neighborhood, for the city, for the county, for the state, or at the federal level? And we have to put up with that junk these days. Lower high, lower low on the euro. Can trade lower. And on the F2 screen, we have this long tail from Friday. We definitely have a P right now. Some resistance here at 106. So, selling 6 to 610. And then 6 1/4, 635 for sell 2. On the buy side, we broke it out from 75, so 105.75 buy 1, 105.50 buy 2. That's it for this January the 9th, 2017. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. I'll have a great evening, and may your football teams win tonight. I'll watch a little bit of the game, but I won't be there for the second half. Don't have a lot of interest in it. So I'll see you in the AM.